Hello, I've just been doing my makeup and I recorded like 30 minutes worth of me talking. Pages at its end. Oh my god. Has anyone else's messenger app been doing this thing where you open it and it just shuts down? Because it's driving me crazy. More crazy than how I look with my eyebrows right now. I was going to attempt my Nightwing eyeliner today, but let's be honest. With the camera in front of me, that's not going to happen. I just don't think you need 30 minutes of me talking. I've been cleaning up my apartment because of lots of reasons. I haven't really told you guys a lot about what's been going on with me in the last sort of 6 months. I want to be honest on YouTube, and I have a lot of stuff going on. So let's just chat for a minute. If you're newish to this channel, hi, I'm Chelsea. I don't usually film videos where I've been doing my makeup and chatting, but we're gonna turn a new leaf, page, something. We're gonna turn something today. Back in October, I got engaged to a lovely American guy named Justice, and he recently-ish had to move back to the US. He was here on a visa. I live in Australia, in case you weren't aware, but he had to move back to the US because his visa ran out, and I didn't go with him because I also applied for a visa so that I could move to Florida. And yeah, that's been basically what's been happening with me. In the last couple of weeks, my case got approved, and up until that point, I didn't want to tell you, like you specifically, but also YouTube about it because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I didn't want to give you guys like false information and say I'm moving to America when I didn't have any concrete evidence that that was actually going to happen. But now it has, and I'm elated. Very exciting, very nerve-wracking, which leads me to why I'm cleaning out a lot of my crap today. I've just been going through my cupboards, deciding on stuff to donate and sell, because in the next few weeks I'm going to be hearing from the US Embassy and do an interview and just state my case so I can move countries, which is terrifying. Exciting but terrifying. And there's going to be a lot of changes to how I conduct myself as an illustrator as well. I have an Etsy shop at the moment, and I'm going to have to close that for at least 6 months because I won't have working rights at first when I get to the US. Patreon is still going to be around if you're interested and you would like to see the stuff that I'm going to work on for my Etsy shop when I'm allowed to open it again. But for the most part, yeah, everything YouTube and social media wise will stay the same. If anything, there will probably be more content coming out from me because I'll have a lot more time. I won't be working a 40-hour job. Yeah, there's just a lot of changes, like a lot of changes. Yeah, I haven't told YouTube, and last week I was like, why haven't I told YouTube anything yet? And now I remember because I didn't want to jinx anything. Sorry for keeping you out of the loop for so long. I hate when creators are like, oh, I've got this exciting thing coming up in a month and you'll find out eventually. I've been very cautious of doing that. I know that my subscriber count has gone up since I started being more consistent with my posts. I'm aware that my content has been a bit back. I don't know how to say that, but like it's like I've been a little less personal with you guys, and I love watching people talk about their feelings and being quite expressive and honest. So I'm sorry that I can't, well, I'm sorry that I haven't better yet been putting that kind of content out there, because it's the content that I enjoy. And I just, yeah, I feel like a bit of an imposter on how I've been making videos because my soul hasn't really been in it. And I know that sounds super, super cheesy, but it's true. I haven't been like emotionally invested in making videos because I've been too stressed, like to the point where I've been getting migraines and having to like take days off work because I'm so like just maxed out with my brain. So thankfully we're near the tail end of that. Weird talking to a camera like this, and it's weird feeling a little bit more vulnerable on YouTube, especially when I haven't brushed my hair or anything. Like, this is just my makeup that's been done today. I'm not quite ready for the day yet. So this is kind of the final result of my cleanup. This box here has been sitting on top of my printer, just sort of collecting dust. I cleaned it out, and this here is the result of the clean out of my computer desk. So I've kept a couple things in there, just batteries and a cutting board, but I've emptied the drawer, and I haven't even looked at that stuff there yet, but for the most part, I think I know what I'm getting rid of. This is all trash. This stuff here is going to family and things. That was from my brother for my, I think, 21st or 18th birthday, I can't remember. But I literally never use it, so he can have that back. This is all old work from the last kind of year and a bit. So I'm keeping that for now, but I'm probably going to take these boxes with me, and then I'll find a new home for the artwork to stay here, because I probably don't need it. This is the pile of stuff I'm definitely keeping. So I actually, at the start of the year, bought myself a new bullet journal, and it says on to the next adventure, because there was a discount on embossing through Larry Post, who I highly recommend if you're an Australian based anything. They have bullet journals, and they have, God, this is so hard to do one-handed. They have bullet journals, they have art supplies, they have everything. This is my palette. I'm not going to open it because it's filthy. This is my current artwork. Some of it is from this year. Actually, all of it is from this year, but not all. Like, I have more work than this. This is just the last few months worth of work, so I'll keep that. My first watercolor palette. It is actually hard as a rock. Oh my god, I can't open it. Ugh. Okay, so this is my first watercolor palette. It's disgusting. I don't know if anyone else has been told this, but cotton gloves are amazing. They are great for handling prints. It means you don't get oil on your prints. So like if you use giclée printing processes like I do, this stops any smudges or oil on the paper, and it doesn't break down via the acids. So I'm keeping those, very handy. I have a heap of Canson Heritage that I cut out for illustrations and then forgot that I cut out and never used, so I'm keeping some of that. I have some pads of Canson Heritage and some, oh my god, some arches as well. I'm going to keep all of those, and I've got Bleedproof, which I forgot that I had actually, so I'm very excited to use that because I haven't used my markers in a while. Speaking of which, this whole pencil case is, oh my god, that was so smooth, full of Copics and pencils and things, so I might use some of those today. And I've also found some of the refills too, which is so exciting because I thought I lost those. Sorry if I'm out of breath, it's so weird filming like at this angle. I'm like fully hunched over. I found this in the cupboard, which I forgot I had, and it's Canson watercolor paper, which is fucking expensive, so I'm gonna use that today too. Maybe it is a bit rough, but we'll play with it. I mean, it's a medium cold press, which is not my comfort zone, so I'm gonna tidy all this up. This is just my pile of, I'll deal with that when the time comes. So there's some prints in here, some originals. In fact, this is all stuff from the last sort of 6 to 12 months, like all my Made in Victoria illustrations from my zine, which is here. Got a heap of copies of this, so I'm gonna keep those and have a sale before I leave. And yeah, I think that's it. This is the box that I had in the cupboard with a few originals, some high school, what do you call them, yearbooks, or we call it the Chameleon, but you know, whatever. Some stuff that I kept. This is the only copy of Frankie magazine that I'm going to keep because it has my favourite cake recipe in it, and I love the cover. It's like it's been embroidered, our girl, and there's more artwork, so much artwork, and just stuff that I think other people might use when I'm gone. And I have so many sketchbooks and notebooks, like that's just a third of them. There's all this as well, these are all sketchbooks, and I've got the ones that I currently use. I think I've got 2 that I currently use, so so much to do. So I finally managed to clear through all the pencils, all the markers, all the art supplies ever. I've chucked a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff to give away to family and friends mostly, and I'm sure there's going to be more stuff that I'm going to give away before I leave. But decided for today's video I'm going to use some Bleedproof paper. This is the Canson Bleedproof 70 GSM. I've only got a few sheets of this left, so I might buy some more before I leave. I literally forgot that I had this, and I forgot how many Copic markers, Promarkers, fine liners, everything that I had. I even managed to fit them all into this huge pencil case. So I've got an insane amount of markers to use. That's not even all of them. And I did swatches for every friggin' pen to make sure that I am only keeping the working ones. So I think I'm going to use that today because I have to leave in like an hour and a half to visit my family. I also managed to narrow down my fine liners to this many, which is still a lot, but nowhere near as many as I used to have, and they all work. Like, I won't be reaching for one and finding out it doesn't work as I go to draw on a final illustration. I also found a heap of Prismacolour pencils, and I went through my Faber Castell, what are they called? Polychromos? Is it Polychromos? Yeah, Polychromos pencils. You can see, like, the ones that I use the most are like the shortest in the front of the jar. So I'm sorry that it didn't focus, but you get the idea. So I've put them all out so I can actually see them, because previously I was trying to squeeze them into this, and this isn't even all my pencils. I found a heap of jazz art pencils as well. They're not the best quality, and I will say I hate that they're black because it is so hard to find a color when you have them in a jar the same as that. So I've had to give them a separate jar. But I am sick of buying pencils because I always think, oh, I don't have that color, and I do. I just don't know where to find it. So now they're all visible until I have to pack them up and take them away. So we're probably going to use some pencils and some fine liners and some markers. We're just going to go all out on mixed media today, and I'm yet to decide what I would specifically draw. I think it's just going to be like a sketchbook outside of a sketchbook kind of deal. So let's do this. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I'm off to visit my family now, and yeah, this was fun, and I'm really glad I got to do some tidying up in the process. Definitely not my usual type of video. If you enjoyed this, let me know, because I'd love to do more stuff like this. Same with the illustration, actually. It was just a bit chill and like something I would have drawn in a sketchbook. So if you like that, thank you. I hope you do. You can see stuff like that on Patreon a lot more often because I share my sketchbook with them at the end of every month. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will leave all my links and things down below. If you are a patron, thank you so much for your support. It means the absolute world. I'm going to be plugging Patreon pretty hard when I move because, as I've said, I won't be able to use Etsy, so my main form of support will be coming from Patreon. So if you would like to beat everyone to it, the link will be down below. Thank you again for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and as I said, thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll be back next week with another video. Bye!